Oh, hey guys, it's Ben J Johnson here, and welcome back to another movie review. How long has it been since the last time I made one of these? 10 months? Wow. um, wow, I can't believe it's been that long. Yeah, it feels like only yesterday I was praising a an unironically bad. It feels like yesterday I was unironically praising a bad movie with Michael Cera in it, but yeah, it's can't believe it's been that long. Yeah, there's been a lot that's been happening with me in like the past 10 months as I made my last move review. You know, I moved out of again. I was with my cousin for a while, and now I currently live in this cramped little abode you see here. But did continue seeing movies. I did, and I'm gonna see how long I can get back on this train for. Yeah, see how far that goes. So yeah, um, today for my 10th movie review, I'm gonna do something a movie that I'm really passionate about. That's right, the Super Mario Brothers movie, and yeah, I love this. A little story first before I talk about the movie. I was actually recovering from a wisdom tooth removal. Um, at the time this film actually came out in theaters, and I had just moved here. But what happened was, the doctor that helped me, she said, she restrained me from doing any strenuous activity until my wisdom tooth at like the very back of my left jaw. Yeah, the doctor who helped extract it for me, she told me to not do any strenuous activity until my wisdom tooth healed. But on April 5th, while I was still healing, the Mario movie came out, and I was like, I I can't I can't let this pass this up. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity. I'm getting out of my place, and I'm going to go see this movie. And yeah, I couldn't really eat anything because I was still recovering from my wisdom tooth, but I was able to sneak some other things into the theater. I mean, I bought some fruit snacks from the concession stand because they were pretty soft, but I mostly had Go-Gurt, um, sliced cheese sticks, and yeah, and maybe a little bit of water that I brought with me. But yeah, I actually, yeah, that's right. I actually like the Super Mario Bros. Movie. I actually this movie was such an important moment for me that I actually went out as my body was healing from a serious pain just to go see it. If that doesn't tell you how much I like this movie, how much this movie is important to me, nothing will. And and I even went out and bought the Blu-ray for it last month. Yep, the Super Mario Bros. Movie, right there. I bought this at Target. It's a 3D lenticular packaging. Yeah, I haven't opened it yet. I should probably check it out when I got the time. But let's actually talk about the movie that I saw. Yeah, the Super Mario Bros. Movie. It came out all the way back in April of this year. I was planning on making a review of it sometime last month, sometime back in April, but I kind of got a little sidetracked a little bit. Yeah, just other stuff I wanted to upload. But yeah, here we go. So yeah, what's this movie about? Oh yeah, before I forget, for the occasion, I'm even wearing my official Mario and Yoshi T-shirt. My younger cousin bought this for me at a Target, but it's a little small. But I might get rid of it in like a year or so because I'm probably gonna be not one more won't fit it. Okay, enough chit chat. Let's get to the actual film. So yeah, the Super Mario Bros. Movie, as you might tell, is based on the Nintendo video game franchise that's been going on since the early '80s. The film stars Chris Pratt as Mario and Charlie Day as Luigi. Oh yeah, and that's another thing I want to add. Up until this point that this film was coming out, the internet was ballistic about its release. They were dreading it since it was being made by Illumination that was going to be bad. They were saying all this stuff about it. But when the first presentation for the cast announcement, I think I even have a reaction of my own on this channel somewhere. Yeah, of me like reacting to like the cast because it was unbelievable the amount of big names they got for this film. Like no, it wasn't the fact that they were big names, just that Nintendo was like just so casually introducing them into this film. Yeah, and yeah, when the film came out, yeah, it dominated the box office. People it was a lukewarm reception at the very least. But no, here's what I thought of it. So yeah, if you've never played a Mario game, you might be a little bit confused about what this film is about. But if you're not, what are you doing? Um, so yeah, the movie it stars Chris Pratt as Mario and Charlie Day as Luigi. They're both plumbers in Brooklyn um who recently quit their own wrecking construction business to start their own plumbing business. And one day, while they're fixing a major job, they get sucked into a warp pipe, and the both of them get Mario and Luigi both get sucked into like an alternate dimension known as the Mushroom Kingdom. And yeah, basically the film is just about Mario coming to grips with his own stature in the kingdom, while Luigi is fending himself off from Bowser's forces, who's played by the amazing Jack Black. Okay, so I want to get the basics out of here really quickly. Ever since I was 7 years old, it's always been my dream to see a big budget Mario movie on the big screen. Because, I mean, when I was a kid, I had heard glimpses of the 1993 live action film with Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo. And yes, while I do actually have a certain admiration for that movie, I even have it on DVD. Hell, one of my most popular videos on this channel is me recording Yoshi from that film. On the surface, I just really wish there was something more, that we had another movie that was so more organic to the world that we know and love. Because not to say I don't like the film, but like the art style and like the overall production design of the film was just so murky. I mean, Mario is such a lighthearted, colorful game. Like, where's the color? Where's the iconic? Where's all the elements that we all know and love? The film, no, the 1993 film was awesome, but it was just missing a lot of elements that would have made it so grand and stuff. I mean, I understand it was 1993, but still. But thankfully with this new film, for this Super Mario Bros. 2023 film, um, that is not an issue. The animation is astounding for illumination standards. Um, this is like it's like a mosaic the way the colors are used here. And I say this is Illumination's best film is for one simple reason, because with a lot of Illumination's past films, I mean their animation was always great and colorful, but their their art style didn't really seem to match the textures of the environment that they were doing. Like, like they have this really great animation style. What are they gonna use it on? Okay, they're gonna animate a human named Gru, some talking pets, some talking animals, a soundstage, a city. There really just isn't much to Illumination's art. I mean, Illumination had an amazing art style, but there really wasn't much to whatever they were actually animating with. Like because honestly, the reason why I think the Lorax is looks the reason one of the redeeming factors of Illumination's the Lorax um is in fact its animation style, because Illumination's animation style perfectly complements Dr. Seuss's world. Even if the film isn't all that great, I can still very much appreciate the art style, because Illumination's art style is perfectly suited for fantasy adventure. These colorful fantasy adventure worlds, and the Super Mario Brothers movie is perfect for this, because Mario is like the Mario series is like the epiphany of like all these animated fantasy world. It's like the gold standard for animated fantasy, and I'm really glad Illumination made this film so it could really help flex, because really not only flex how great they are as an animation studio, because they honestly they do make some really good animation films, even don't like their other films, but you gotta admit. So yeah, their animation is great. The so yeah, um, and now you know how like a lot of video game movie adaptations don't really stick to the source material. Like something like Detective Pikachu or Angry Birds. Like where basically where they had like a lot of they had like a lot of love and care put into them, but none of it comes across in the finished product. But with the Super Mario Bros. Movie, everything comes across in the finished product. From like the character interactions, the score, the movement, the motivations, all the references, the little Easter eggs to the games. Yeah, it's just all really great to see. Oh yeah, and the big name actors they got to play the characters are great too. Like I said, Chris Pratt plays Mario, and Charlie Day plays Luigi. Jack Black plays Bowser. Kiki Key plays Toad. So yeah, oh yeah, Charles Martinet is in the film. Thankfully, he plays Guasupe and Mario and Luigi's father. He was great too. I think Anya Taylor Joy plays Peach, but I just think she's an okay since I haven't even seen her in many films. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, here's the thing about the voice cast. I thought all the voice cast was pretty great in the roles, but the ones I was a little iffy on was um Fred Armisen's Cranky Kong. I mean, not that he was bad, but when I hear him, I don't hear him. I don't hear the character. I don't hear nothing. Like, I just felt like he was doing the bare minimum. Like, he was just like the first actor they thought of. Like, it's not even like a big name actor. Like, just an actor in general. He's just doing the lines. He doesn't really, not really doing the character. Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong. Oh yeah, that's who's also in the film. I'm really mixed about him, but I thought he was good. He was good for what he was doing with this character, but I don't know if I see him as Donkey Kong per se. I mean, I do like his like little. I think that kind of fits his little laugh and stuff. His little scruffy voice matches the character, but I don't know about the actual acting, like the actual dialogue you have to put on was in this character. Yeah, and for a while, Chris Pratt got a lot of hate as Mario, but honestly, I think he did just fine this role. I mean, he's not Charles Martinet, but I don't think he was trying to be, and I think people need to put into perspective that like when you make a movie, you have to like make like little sacrifices to and yes, I do think they should have gotten like a professional voice actor to play Mario, other than just like a big name celebrity, just instead of just Star Lord. But for what Chris was doing, he wasn't too bad. I mean, he wasn't god awful or anything. I mean, it's not like when you listen to his voice, it's like a needle to your freaking eardrum. No, it's not like that. I mean, he plays him to it. He plays him very normally. Just it might come off as a little bland, but I think he was I think he was fine. I mean, he definitely did work on the scruff Italian accent, like like no one's been down here for years. I mean, I do like little moments where he was trying to harness the the accent of Mario. I think that was pretty really cool. Yeah. Oh yeah, and Kevin Michael Richardson's also in the film as Kamek. He was wonderful. He's probably the best voice. No, no. He's probably the best, most perfectly casted the film, considering the fact he's voice played by a professional voice actor, Kevin Michael Richardson. Uh, oh yeah, and one more thing I want to get out of the way is that I do like how this film touched upon certain aspects of the games that weren't really touched upon, like you know like um like where like what is the city that Mario and Luigi like what's the city that Mario and Luigi came from? What did their home look like? What did their parents look like? I mean, like, we know in the game that Mario and Luigi are two plumbers from like the real world, Brooklyn, Italy. Like, no, it's Brooklyn, yeah, Brooklyn. Sometimes some on couple occasions it was New York, but it's primarily Brooklyn. So yeah, it was really cool to like see like the origin, like where they came from, because this is like a semi origin story for the characters. There was a lot of good action sequences, like the fight sequence with Donkey Kong, like the Donkey Kong fight sequence, the ending climax. I wish the ending climax could have went on for a little longer, but it was it was it was very action packed while it was still lasting and stuff. Okay, now that I've talked about everything I loved about the film, let's talk about. Okay, I want to talk about some things I didn't like, but I just want to point out that I still like the film. These are just like a couple of unintentional strikes against it. So yeah, so yeah, now here's the thing. My first major criticism with the film is the fact that the story. I mean, look, a lot of people have made like brought this up already and like made memes about it. Like the story is very formulaic; it doesn't go for any thrills. To an extent, they're right, but to an extent, they're also wrong, but mostly right. Like for example, it's a Mario movie. Like, what were you guys like expecting? I mean, like it is a Mario movie. You gotta have the classic Prince plumbers find the princess trope, but yeah, I mean they're wrong because that's what they should expect in a Mario movie. But they're also right because because I just wish like for Mario's first ever big feature length film, you could have something a little more grand. And yes, while the plot doesn't inherently focus on trying to get Peach out of Bowser's keep, it's mostly just about trying to stop Bowser from taking over the kingdom with the star he stole. Okay, there is a scene in the film where Princess Peach and Bowser attempt to get married, but Princess Peach cleverly outwits them and stuff like that. So yeah, but for the most part, there's very little that the trailers actually left out. And because if you're going in this film knowing that it's gonna be like a classic princess trope, you're gonna get that. But if you've seen all the marketing, you might be slightly let down that there really isn't many surprise that the film actually left in the film. This next criticism this next criticism isn't really much of a massive criticism, but it's just a me thing. Something that I didn't inherently like about the film, it has like fastly paced it was. I don't know. No, this film has been in production ever since Shigeru Miyamoto died, but I don't really know how long this film, how many phases this film went through, because some themes just go like on blast, and yeah, some scenes in the film just go on complete speed blast. Like for example, there's a scene where Mario, Peach, and Toad get to the Donkey Kong Kingdom to recruit the Kong army to help them fight Bowser. And yeah, after when Cranky Kong makes the negotiation, we're already seeing Mario walk into the stadium where he eventually fights Donkey Kong. But like, I thought there was gonna be like a little prep scene that shows like him like getting ready or prepping, or someone giving like a little emotional advice or something like that. Um, yeah, and the scene, there's also a scene where Mario and Donkey Kong are shot out of the sky while they're trying to verse on Rainbow Road, and um yeah, and yeah, they're in this little fish thing. They're in this giant fish, and we I don't I think the scene where they were in that fish could have went on for a little while longer, but as it is, they're only in the fish for like 3 minutes before they have to like get out and then like get back into the main plot. And no, I wasn't expecting them to make a sentimental moment between Mario and Donkey Kong. And not gonna lie, because in the games, in Mario Kart and like Smash Bros, they're always they're always like heads to heads towards each other. So I wasn't expecting that. But like, but and yeah, and lastly, the opening scene. We're only in Brooklyn for like in the beginning of the film. We're only in Brooklyn for like little less than 20 minutes before already in the Mushroom Kingdom. I don't know how many phases this film went through development for, because I do know there was in development when Satoru Iwata. Sorry, yeah, Satoru Iwata was still alive. Shigeru Miyamoto, he's still alive. So yeah, I don't know how many deleted scenes there were from the final version of the film, but the film just felt really fast paced to me, and I want to compare this to the Sonic movie, even though it's a completely different franchise. No, whether or not you like the Mario movie or the Sonic movie better is completely up to you and a complete opinion. But whether or not you like the Mario movie or the Sonic movie better, something that you have to admit about both Sonic movies, that they actually took the time to slow things down and let the characters absorb everything that was going on in the plot. But the Mario movie, we don't really get that with the characters, and I don't know if that was intentional or not, but that's just something. That's just a kind of a gripe that I noticed on my viewing. But other than that, yeah, I would say the Mario movie is a fantastic movie. I mean, it does have a couple sizable dents, but on the surface, I think this is Illumination's best film. This is probably one of the best video game adaptations I've seen in my life. It's so rich. It's very rich. Okay, I don't know. It's very simplistic with its motivation and existence, but I think it's very rich with its animation, its presentation, its sense of wonder and fun that only the Mario franchise can bring. If my 7-year-old self can see this movie, he will be very, very happy to see it actually get made. Because, yeah, this is the reason. And there's also a meme going around saying that, like, a lot of the people who watch the film were like people who grew up with Mario in their childhood. I can't really speak for that. You know, I did grow up on Mario, but I'm not like he wasn't like entirely part of my world. You know, there was Thomas and Stuart Little and all that stuff, but like it feels the film itself feels very important to me because I've been waiting for a Mario movie ever since I was like 7 years old, and this film delivered on every single front. Oh yeah, and one more thing. I don't mean to like spoil it. You know, it's already been out. It's on Blu-ray. It's on digital. In the post-credits scene, they tease my favorite character of all time, Yoshi. Okay, he doesn't actually physically appear in the film, but like there's a Yoshi egg, and you hear Kazumi Totoka. You hear Kazumi Totoka inside the egg saying Yoshi. So yeah, we're most likely. I mean, and with how much money this film made at the box office, it's very undeniable that we are going to get a sequel. Because, like, I mean, Illumination can't just leave it at the one film. There needs to be, we need at least a 5 or 6 part movie saga at the very best. There's so much content from the games you could take and put in this film. Dude, no. The Bowser's, no, the Mario and Luigi saga alone could be, no. The Mario Luigi RPG could be a 2 part or 3 part movie in of itself. That's how good it is. The Mario Kart could be a spin-off. There's a Luigi's Mansion spin-off that Charlie Day said he would be interested in doing. So yeah, we need more of these movies in Illumination. Yeah, I would just like to thank Shigeru Miyamoto for producing the film, Aaron Horvath and Michael Jelinek, the Teen Titans Go guys for making it. Really superb job there. Chris Meldandri for talking with Miyamoto to get this made. Satoru Iwata for giving his blessing on the film for having it getting green light. And yeah, thanks Nintendo for making the Super Mario Bros. Movie. If you guys haven't seen the Super Mario Bros. Movie yet, go watch it. Go get it on home media. Watch it with your friends. No, I would recommend watching with a group of people because I watch it 5 times in the theater, mostly by myself. But I can guarantee you, the film will be a lot more enjoyable when you see other people's reactions besides your own. So yeah, I don't know if I've ever given a movie this high of a rating for it, but the Super Mario Brothers movie gets a 5. Yep, a solid 5 from me. Yep, this is I consider this to be a 5 out of 5 movie. What was the rating that I gave Paws of Fury? Did I give Paws of Fury a 5 too? I mean, I don't know what rating I gave it, but I'm going to give that one a 4. But the Super Mario movie is a 5. Yep, a 5 out of 5 movie. I'm not ashamed to say that. A wonderful movie, and yeah, that's all I have to say about it. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this movie review. There's a little bit of gushing, a little bit of criticism, a little bit of everything that I've been doing for the past years or so. So yeah, if you guys like this movie review, be sure to like, rate, subscribe, and if you guys, oh yeah, here's another thing. If you guys have any movies or any recent movies you think I should tackle, let me know in the comments, and I just might do them. I might take it in consideration. I'm still going to be talking about movies that I personally saw, but if you guys have any movies that you think I should check out, I would love to hear your suggestions. And with that said, thank you guys for watching my review, and I'll see you guys next time. Boop!